What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. It's time to do both me and I think everybody's favorite level from this game, the bank. So, of all the missions in Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, this, I believe, is the easiest one to ghost, stealth loadout, obviously, because it's one of the few that kind of has a Hitman style open-ended sandbox design. Well, maybe not Hitman style, more like a Thief style, I would say. So it's definitely designed with the ghost playstyle in mind. You're gonna want to stay on the sidewalk area. Be careful if you go into the grass because of those motion sensing lights that the guards are talking about. So in the corner, we're going to hit a fuse box which will power down all the lights, and then we can very easily cross over to the other side without worrying about any of those motion sensors. Once you're here, you're going to have to OCP that camera to the left. Just don't forget about it. Run to the ladder. And then we're going to climb up to the roof because we need to go into a
spent most of the rest of that year sleeping in a ditch,
like a utility shed up there,
So
that we can hit an off switch for some like
you weren't working for the government
for the
No,
there's like power locks on the skylight, I think.
Right. Yeah.
And then it's going to open up one of those dome windows so that we can climb in.
It says the dome windows over the lobby
So,
are magnetically locked.
There's nobody on this roof, so you don't really need to worry about noise, but
Right.
I would still be careful because it could potentially draw attention from inside, I'm guessing. So you can lockpick the door to get in, or honestly, if you want, you could just break the lock because nobody's gonna discover the fact that the door is busted. Anyways, power down the locks, and then
just came online.
Lasers.
this dome window's now open.
90s?
We've got a convenient rope set up for us, or
feel
rather,
Got bad news for you, Sam.
one appears as if you saw if you look carefully. And now we can climb in. Once we're in this little booth here, there's going to be, you can already see the lasers. What you need to do is you have to scan one of these computers with your EEV,
Have you been briefed?
and then you can just access and deactivate laser grid. Simple as that.
You want to get a butcher's up this ghost skirt.
So now we need to climb out. Our opportunity objective for this mission is to upload fake emails on 8 different computers,
Okay.
which requires us to hack them. The first one is right here at the reception desk. Now for hacking, look to the right. You're going to want to lock a digit in place once you see it. It'll narrow the results of the possible hack codes. What you want to do is watch carefully and select the correct hack code. You could see I got it wrong, so I had to do it again. That's one thing about this game, is that the hacking was kind of convoluted, and I think hacking in this game is kind of overwhelming, at least for a new player. But just lock the digits to narrow the results, and then you should be able to choose the correct one once it's down to like 2 or 3 options. So that's our first fake email uploaded.
That's the idea.
Now we need to proceed.
Get all 8 of those forged mails.
We're gonna go forward through this door on the left.
Exactly.
There's 2 more fake emails we want to upload over this way before we start heading towards where the treasurer and the vault are located. So open the door and OCP the light. There's a camera in this area, so we need to take the light out so it doesn't see us. And then, from this position, you're going to want to stand in the corner over here. Use your EEV, and you can just barely hack this computer from this position. So go ahead and hack it, get the fake email uploaded, and then when you proceed, make sure you're hugging this wall so that the guards in there don't see you. And when you round this corner, again, hug the wall, be very, very careful, because the guards could potentially perceive you if you're not careful. So now we go to the top of this stairwell. We have a computer right here that we're going to
There's a guard
hack.
who seems to be walking around here. No
So
problem.
hack in,
Maybe he has some kind of
and then get your fake email uploaded, like
so.
so. Let the guard turn around, and then we're going to go back downstairs. So now you could continue forward through that laser area, but it's actually much, much, much easier to take a different path downstairs. I'll show you how. So again, be careful of the guards at the security booth. Get your way through the door. Hide in the shadow. We want to go to that restroom over there, but we need a guard to come out and go back to the security room. And unlike before where we took the light out to hide from the camera, we can't do that this time. We have to take the camera out this time. Because if we take the light out, the light in the bathroom is going to illuminate us and the camera will see us. So as soon as that guard re-enters the security room and the door shuts, you're going to OCP the camera. It's above the door that he just went in through. And now we'll enter the restroom. With the area empty and the camera temporarily shut off, you can enter the restroom safely. There's a vent in here that we can crawl into. It's going to take us over to a custodial closet near the treasurer's office. That way, because the other ways over here were, if we had continued using the path upstairs, it would have taken us to the security office, and then we would have had to take a long detour route, which works perfectly, but I think it's much, much easier to go this way. Here's what you want to do. You got to do this very precisely. Pick the lock to this door, but do not open it afterwards. So pick the door, go and switch object to turn the lights off, open the door, OCP the camera above the exit sign, switch object to turn the lights back on, and then you can exit the room and close the door. That's that's a lot of steps, but that's how you want to do it to avoid that camera. You pick the lock, turn the lights off, open the door, OCP the camera, turn the lights back on, and then close the door as you exit the room. So over there we've got Paco. That's literally his name, Paco. He is repairing the keypad to the treasurer's office. If you stay here and eavesdrop on his conversation, he is literally going to say the keypad code to the office door out loud. 8645. And one thing nice about this Splinter Cell is that if you eavesdrop on a conversation and you hear a keypad code, it's automatically added to your notes, and then it will appear once you reach the keypad. So 8645 is what you're putting in, and then we can go into the treasurer's office, because we have to unlock 3 authorization locks to get to the vault in the treasurer's office, the security office, and the president's office. Search the file cabinet because there's a secondary objective in there. Hack the computer to upload the 4th fake email, and then this little panel on the wall, enable access, and that will unlock the treasurer's access.
I've always found it hard to count past 3.
The little vent on the floor is going to take us outside. As soon as you climb out, do not move so that the guard over there doesn't see you. Once he's facing away, very carefully OCP the camera directly above our heads, walk straight over to the downspout, and then climb up. This downspout is going to take us to this little area right here where we can jump down and then enter the crawl space, And then basically, we're going to use this air shaft, and we're going to take it all the way through, and this air shaft is going to take us directly to the security office. And while you're climbing through here, there's a very, very loud guard who's basically screaming on the phone. He literally yells out the president's office keypad code out loud. So, as a result of us hearing that, we know the code to the president's office. So, hack this computer. We're gonna upload fake email number 6 and deactivate fan. Make sure you deactivate fan because you need to in order to drop down from this position. So what we're waiting for is a guard to return to the security room. He's going to sit in that chair that we're looking at. Now, in order to drop down, you're going to have to do very, very slow movement speed. I recommend like moonwalking backwards so that you grab the ledge and then you can drop down from there. If you drop down moving too quickly, you'll shatter your legs and then you'll get their attention. Hit the switch to enable access, and then go over to this computer, hack it, delete the camera archives, and disable the cameras. Deleting the archives is the bonus objective for this mission, and then disabling the cameras is going to be super convenient because now the cameras are off and we don't have to worry about them at all. So let's carefully slip over to the president's office door. The code is 3490, which that one guard very generously screamed for the whole world to hear. This door we have to lockpick, but no problems there. Plain and simple. So let's get on in. Fake email number, I think security room was 5. If I said 6, that was my bad. This is number 6. So hack the computer, upload fake email, and then the last authorization lock is right here. So that's all 3 authorization locks enabled. So to get back to the vault, we're going to go back to the treasurer's office because that's close by. Very carefully look out the balcony, but stand where I am so that the guard down there doesn't see you at all. We need the guard to be just in the right position so that we can jump out and hang from the balcony, and then we can carefully drop down to ground level, and then we just need to maneuver around the guard, and then once he's not make sure you're staying in the shadows just enough where he cannot perceive you. I'd say leaning up against the wall where these little vines are should do the trick. Just move when you can, and then get back to the little vent here so that we can go back to the treasurer's office. And then we'll go out the door, and then there's a security booth right in front of the vault area. You can just barely remote hack this computer while crouched. This is going to be fake email number 7. So hack and upload.
Great work, Fisher. One more
and then we're going to access the vault.
My best.
The 8th and final computer for the fake email is actually in the vault.
It's Will.
Before we
Turtle
go
said one
down
of these
there, we need
boxes
to
had
go
some
to the
equipment in it.
safety
Chest level,
deposit
right-hand
boxes.
side, number
1024
Careful with that
has
What is
like
all
an
this
EMP
stuff?
bomb that we
Charges for
need.
the vault, and the other
An
thing
EMP
involved
bomb and a
is
telemetric lockpick that we need
Telemetric
to
lockpick.
Head down
to
the main
open the vault.
We'll walk you through it there.
If you listen to the Australian dude,
Alright, next you need to
he
pop
will
both
guide you
dogs
through
at
the
same
process.
time.
You just need to
That's
plant
what
the
the
telemetric
telemetric
pick
pick is
on
for.
one
Exactly.
lock,
It reads your
and then
movements
you
in
need
one
to
lock
lockpick
and
the
mirrors
other
them in
one.
the other lock, real time.
So
You guys
basically,
use some cool toys.
Right.
order for this
now,
to
once you
work,
get the feel for each pin, you have to
those
wait a
little
second
green
till the
lights,
telemetric
all
pick
three of them
syncs
need to
up.
be green.
Once it
You'll
beeps,
hear a
drop
beep
your uncle, you
once
can pick your pin and
once
move to
it's
the next
good.
one. Don't try and pick a pin before
And
you're
if you
ready,
listen to
or you'll
what
have
he
to
says,
restart.
if you try to
Right.
pop any of these pins before you've got synchronization, you'll have to restart the whole lockpick process. So just let the lights turn green and let it beep, and then you can pop your pin. So there you go. Now the charge goes over the big wheel door, the big wheel.
Well, I'm sure
Then
you
just
can figure
step
it out.
back, detonate, and boom.
Open sesame.
EMP blast that'll shut out.
Really?
It'll shut off that
Now
light
get
as
in
you
there and
saw,
find those
but
hard
it's
drives.
also going to shut off a invisible I'm pretty sure it's invisible. An invisible laser that's right in the doorway. Keep that in mind.
I have fragments
So
of a
get to the
message here from
computer.
someone named Dvorak.
Your primary
This one
objective
doesn't
will be
have a file
completed
on
as soon
it.
as you touch the
Wait.
computer, but you also need to
What?
open the cage. You also need to hack it so you
They're
can open the
512
cage
encrypted.
and
I haven't
upload the
seen
last
512
fake
since
email.
Philip Mass.
I killed Mass.
Because we
several
also
months.
because
I
we need to
remember.
open the cage so that
And
we
it's
can steal
confirmed.
some money.
So this is someone with
'cause
access to
for
some
story
seriously classified
context,
information.
We're actually
Casey.
trying
That's a
to
frightening possibility.
Great work,
we're actually
Fisher.
trying to look
Now
up
any investigation
who was
into the robbery
associated
will
with
only point back at the investigators.
Bruce
So the Panamanian
Morgenholt's
government will end up
kidnapping
sending
in
some innocent
Peru.
banker to prison.
OCP
Innocent
the
if you
laser
don't
in the
count providing
doorway.
arms to
That's very, very
revolutionaries.
important that you do
right,
that.
I forgot.
If you
Thank
don't, you'll set off an alarm
Good job,
and
Fisher.
the guards will
Now the whole
come.
mission will look like a
So
robbery.
do not
You'll
forget to
never know why we
OCP that
went in.
laser in the
Lambert,
doorway. And
now that I'm holding
for the
50
love
million
of God,
bucks,
do not
think we
listen
need
to
to
the
start with
old
that raise
G4
again.
cheat walkthrough where they
25
said that
cents
it's
an hour, not a penny
unavoidable.
more.
It's not.
All right,
Just
Fisher,
OCP
we'll
it.
extract you as planned from the same location you
Anyways,
inserted.
over the wall
that's
from the
mission
front courtyard.
completed
That's
other
right.
than
Redding
extraction,
will be
so
waiting
just
for you
be
nearby.
careful around the
On
guard
my
booth. And let's get back out to the front. Thankfully, we've got a nice spot where we can do that. This door right here with the exit sign. This will take us right outside to the area where we climbed up to the roof earlier. And then we have a nice convenient way to traverse the guards in the courtyard. So let's get outside. And now we will proceed out to the front courtyard. Basically, to the right of the front door, you can climb like a downspout, which leads to I'm assuming it's like a telephone line or something that you can zip line from. So OCP the spotlight in front of it, and then climb up to the zip line, and just zoom across. Those guards, they shouldn't perceive you because you created darkness. Drop down about here. And then to stay in shadow, I would say get close to the tip of the fountain. Just watch the lights that are being caused by the gate. And then right here where we started is extraction. There we go. That one was pretty easy to ghost because the level was clearly designed for it, which can't be said about a lot of the other levels, but there you go. That's mission complete, and I will see you next time.